made after the initial deposit. Balance in the account after X years can be modeled by B times X equals 850 times 1.025 to the power of X.
Oh, so that means after X years, your money becomes to this, right? That's your initial money. Yes. At the first year, your money will become to this times this number, correct? Which statement is the best interpretation of one of the values in this function? This initial value of the account decreased. What? This is increasing. Bigger than 1 is increasing, right? Yeah, bigger than 1 is increasing. This saying decrease, not possible, right? Yes. And at the beginning, this is your money at the beginning. Could they say initial balance is this? Is that possible? No, right? Yes?
No.
No, that's wrong. That's wrong. The balance in the account at the end of 1 year, is equals to 850 times 1.025, which is not that number. This is at the beginning of the first year. So all of this wrong. Only this one is correct. This means 2.5% equals to 0.025. And then 1 plus this guy does equal to 1.025. Does this make sense to you? Truly understand?
Well, it was more like, what's it called? Process of elimination.
Yeah, this is exponential words problem, okay? That's 1 plus the rate, okay? 1 plus the increased rate. Now, let's do 19. Yeah, let's do 19.
Company collected data for the number of text messages sent and received using a text message application since October 2011. The table shows the number of text messages sent and received in billions over time. The data can be modeled by a quadratic function.
So, quadratic, I teach you the quadratic, right? Yes, it's something like this, okay? So let's go ahead, type in this one in the decimals, okay? Go ahead, open your apps of this one. Do you have these apps on your iPad? Phone of decimals.
I have it on my phone.
Do you have it? You have it on your phone. That's good. So I'm going to teach you how to do this kind of question. Okay. You can insert a table. Can you?
Yeah.
Did it? You insert a table. Okay. You insert a table, and then you do. You can type in 5 and 3 and 10, 10. 15, 17, 20, 27, 25, 44, 30, 64, and then 35, and then 86, and then you do 40, 40, and then you do 112. Okay. Yeah, you see, this is looks like a parabola. Okay. Yeah, this looks like a parabola, and you want to see which one models this data. As I teach you before, a guy has the negative. This guy should opening up or opening down?
Down.
Good job. If it's negative, it's opening down. So no possible. As you see this left, this is curving up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the graph on your left is showing you opening up, not opening down. So 1 is wrong. A is wrong, C is also wrong, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now, then you do over here, okay? And then you do lines. No. Hold on. Okay. This question is supposed to solve in the graph calculator, but right now you don't have the graph calculator. There's something wrong. All right. I'm just going to do this, okay? So let's type in this one. In the previous, let's type in negative, no, not negative, 0.072 x squared plus 2.73, okay? Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see over here, okay? And then I'm going to, we have to put the function first and then we put the table. I'm not going to retype everyone. I'm going to just do a few points. Like I'm going to do 15 and then 17, okay? Yeah, you see the line and the dots aligned close, right? And then I do 20 and then 27, yes? And I do 25 and I do 44, okay? And I do 30 and then I do 64. You see the line up pretty well with those dots, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And of course, I can also double check to see the B, if B is even better. So B is 0.072 x squared minus 0.15 x and then plus 2.73. You see here? Yeah. So who is exactly on this line? This new one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this new one is even better. Do you agree?
So it's B?
Yes. So which is B? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You see the B is lining up on these points pretty well, correct?
So I'd only be able to solve this with the graphing calculator?
Yeah. Do you have the TI-inspired graphing calculator?
My brother has a graphing calculator, but
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You can share the same one. So next class, you want to bring the TI-inspired calculator. There are so many very important tricks I can teach you over there. Okay. Yeah. In graph calculator, you type in this in a table, and then you ask the calculator to run the simulation. They are going to give you this beautiful function. Okay. Is this question okay now? Yeah, let's try this one. Go ahead. You can read the question and then we'll do it together.
sorry for my dog. I don't know why she's barking.
That's fine. Okay. We want to do the rate, right? How do we calculate the rate? That's a slope.
What?
y1 minus y2. Do you remember?
Here, I need to close my door.
Okay. y1 minus y2 divided by x1 minus x2, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now do it. Go ahead, calculate it. Give the final answer. How much does this equal?
1.6 over 2. I mean, negative 2. Oh, wait, just
Really?
kidding. I put 3 minus 5. Negative 8.
Really? How much this equal?
I put 1.6 over negative 8.
Yes. Final answer is what? 1.6 divided by 8 is how much?
0.2.
Negative 0.2. That's it. That's the answer, okay? Does this make sense? Now let's look at this 21. I already teach you the quadratic. This is the time to check your foundation of this part. Go ahead. Which one you want to choose?
B or C?
Because, really? Did you see this is negative?
Oh, A and D.
A and D, which one? Look, A is passing this point. D is passing this point. Now I'm asking you, which one?
A.
Good. Because when your x equals 0, your y equals negative 1, right? Correct? And this guy is going down. You can forget many other things, but this is thing you have to remember. Negative is opening down, right? Negative is opening down. So it's opening down and also has a y-intercept at 0, negative 1. So it's A, right? Yeah, but this guy is positive. So D is wrong. Let's take a look at 22. Yeah, you probably notice that this should looks like a linear function because it already said over here is say a linear function can be used, right? If it's a linear function, then you can go ahead and use your slope to calculate, do you?
Is it J?
How do you get J?
I estimated.
How do you estimate? Can you tell me your work?
The one that seemed like it would be closest to 1500, so I got 510, and then I multiplied it twice, but that was too little, and then I multiplied it 3 times to where it would be like 30.
You want to do the slope first. Yeah. You don't want to just times this guy by 3 and then times this guy by 3. You want to do your slope first. So let's get the slope. Let's use a number. We can use this guy minus this guy. Yeah. And this guy minus this guy, right? So 63 minus 14 over 1106 minus 153, right? Yes. Okay. And let's do some calculation. Yeah, if you want to use your small calculator, you can use your small calculator to calculate how much this rate is. Okay.
.05.
So this is
49 over 152.
1 over 20. So this is your slope. And then we have the point slope format. Y minus y1 equals to slope times x minus x1, do we? Yes. And then we plug in x equals to 1500 and let's get the y value. Oh, sorry, here is a typo. I should do x minus 153. And here is y minus 14. Okay, sorry. Yeah, what's your answer?
227.3.
Yeah, so which is around 83, right? Hey, so you notice that you cannot just by guess. Science and math is not ELA or social study. You cannot get the result just by feeling. You have to be supported by your number. Does that make sense to you? Right? Is this question okay for you now?
Yeah.
I don't want to each question, I keep telling you the answer. I want to see one question you are able to solve it through. I'm waiting for you to give me the correct answer for this one.
Okay.
This guy has a x-intercept of 4, 0, y-intercept of 0, -3. So
is this like the same thing as the parabola where it's like going up? So then it's like negative and positive?
and this guy is going up. So this one, no, you cannot confuse with that thing. This guy is going up. So the slope is positive. Okay. It has a positive slope, but all of them are positive. Okay. But it passes through these points. Well, I do teach you for more than 3 or 4 months. This question, you do learn it before. I want to see how you can do this by yourself. Everybody is very busy. If in middle school, you cannot finish the homework I assigned to you, then high school is even more trouble. If you cannot finish all of them, at least you can do 10 questions, right? It's better than do nothing. Which one you choose? I'm not only asking for the final answer. I'm also asking for you to tell me the work. You finish? Hey, tell me, Eileen, please tell me, how do you work on this question? If you really don't know, you tell me you don't know, okay?
I don't understand.
Really? There's no way that you don't know any single step for solving this question? Look at this. Did this point, you know this point, do you?
Yeah.
Do you know this point, do you? Now, go ahead, do your slope, right? Do your slope.
Right, 1, 2, 3, rise, 1, 2, 3, 4, over run.
So the rise over the run is how much?
3 over 4.
It's 3 over 4, right? And then let's do the point slope format. You can pass 0, -3, or you can pass 0, 0, 4, 0, right? So you do y minus 0 equals to 3 over 4 times x minus 4. Correct? Yes? And then, I think somehow this one is not exactly on 4, right? You see here? The problem for this question is this point is not exactly on 4. That's where the problem is. Did you see? Did you see the problem?
Yeah.
This one is not exactly on 4. But we are going to be able to choose this point, which is the exactly perfect integer.
7 over 7, 2.
Yeah, so those kind of question is kind of tricky because they want to make us do wrong. So now you want to get the slope, recalculate the slope. Is go ahead. It's your turn. Yeah, this 7, 10 is the exactly point. And then this one, is this one the exactly point? I think so. But looks like 10 minus 3. There's no rise over 5.
Maybe like -7, -8.
There's no perfect point. It's something, yeah, look at it here. 7. Go to from here, okay? Yeah, this point is a good point. Let's look at this. Yeah, this question is not a nice question. Oh, this one. We choose -7 and then comma -8, right? Yes. Oh, this question is really not very friendly. It gives so many traps. Okay, So we do 10 minus negative 8 divided by 7 minus negative 7, right? Yes? This is, oh, hold on. This is 7, 2. So it's 2 minus, over here is 2 minus negative 8, and then 7 minus negative 7. Does that make sense? Yes? So this is 5 over 7 now. Correct? Yes? So that's 5 over 7, and then 5 over 7. But we want to see who gives us about close to a y-intercept of negative 3, right? Yes, so we want to do y minus 2 equals to 5 over 7 times x minus 7. Yes? Correct? Do you agree? Yes? Yeah. Look at this here, this one. Which one is the right answer? And we don't need to do this step. We already can choose, right? Yes or no? So which one you choose? D, right? Correct? Yeah, I feel like I keep teaching you. We continue moving on after I use this kind of test assessment, and suddenly all the things get exposed. You know what I'm talking?
No.
Now go ahead and do this 24. Let's do this 24. You tell me.
8.
Go ahead.
8.
H. That's perfect answer. Good job for here. Let's do this one. Number 25. You don't know how many this guy is. You don't know how many this guy is.
I'm making
So you do
like y and x is 3, y is 4.
This one equals how much? 59, right? What's the other equation?
X plus y equals 18.
Perfect. Go ahead and solve this one. Okay. I will compensate you 10 minutes because of technical issue, okay? Go ahead and solve this one. And then tell me x is who?
Got y equals 5.
Y equals 5, x equals how much?
13.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's it. That's nice work. Okay. Now it's 26. Now I'm going to wait for you to find out this guy. Yeah, I already show you the answer, but you go ahead and show me how you work out this 26.
Do I have to use Desmos?
No, You just use the point slope format. Y minus y0 equals to slope times parentheses x minus x0. And then what is the 0 of f? You make your y equals 0, solve your x. Yeah, go ahead, do it. Okay. Did you get the function? Did you get this linear function? Yes?
Yeah.
Same one?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. What does 0 of f means?
What?
What is 0 of f? 0 is what?
J?
How do you get this j value? How do you find out this is -2? Without graphing. This one you want to solve it, use graph or without graph. You both way, you have to know how to do it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you tell me, how did you find out this -2 is calculated by what? -2 is calculated by what?
Y equals -3x minus 6.
So 0 is asking you make your y equals 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense? Make your y equals 0. So this guy, make your y equals 0. -3x minus 6 equals 0, x is -2. That's how you get your x-intercept. Your y-intercept, listen, this is really important. Your x-intercept is to make your x equals 0, your y value, that's your y-intercept. Your x-intercept or 0 all means the same point. So you make your y equals 0. You solve your x equals -2. Does this make sense?
Kind of.
We learned this together during the previous class, but after a while, you kind of return all this thing back to me. I'm sure I did teach this for you before. No, 27. Go ahead and do it. How do you get the answer? 27? What's your answer? Quickly about those questions that we did today, okay? From last week, I already noticed something wrong because so many questions, you don't have any idea about how to do it. Every question, I'm like teaching you from the beginning. Looks like a student who never learned anything with me before. This is exponential growth, okay? Yeah. This one, we can type in this in calculator. If you don't know how to do this one, I don't blame you. I'm okay with this question. For this one, yeah, you need to not just give me this result. You need to give me this. Yeah, for this one, you need to know this guy is opening down, and by checking your y-intercept, you can get the correct answer. Yeah, for this one, you need to be able to figure out this question by yourself. They already say it's linear. When I ask you the question, immediately you choose this one. I know you are going to be wrong because you even didn't really think. This is not social study. It has to be supported by the number. If you don't calculate really with the formula, everything is just nonsense. Okay, well, I'm going to upload this to your drive. Make sure you do finish. If some question you don't know how to do it, look at this. I already posted many answers on this. You definitely can do this by yourself. I do have so many solutions there. I'm going to post this, and then even you copy down my answer, you still do it. Write down on your notebook. You print this, write down on the blank one. I have a blank one for you. You have to give me your pictured homework within 5 days, okay? That's for today's class. Any question?